Well, as much amongst the people, races.
It's me, I got 500 rings, so I put on my team. Big boot, big bag, all this shit that I see. Let a op nigga fake, that's a body on me. Fuck it, deuce, I'm pouring four, put it all in my tea. Well, is it true?
Peace, what's going on, everybody, man? It's another episode of RapAboutTV, man. We have a special guest with us this morning, OG Ahk, man.
What's up?
Assalamu alaikum, man.
My name is Salam Billah.
Yes, sir, man. So, appreciate you coming through.
Of course.
You just dropped off a project, man. We just go right into it, man. So, how was that, man? How was that, the reception, I'll say, or did you get everything?
It's the reaction I'm getting from the tape is love.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it took me 12 months to finish this tape. I worked on this tape. I'm from PG, Maryland.
Right.
And you know that same sound that people expect from PG, Maryland artists, I try to get away from that sound. So every song on that tape, it doesn't sound like I'm a PG, Maryland artist. I'm my artist, you know what I'm saying? But the feedback, it's love, man. Shout out to all my supporters, everybody listening to the tape. It's a blessing. It's a blessing, I'm telling you.
So you said you're working on 12 months. Why 12 months? Like, what was the vision behind this particular project? Like, is this your baby? This one, your baby, or
this tape? Yeah, I'm a credit. This is my baby. It's really not a reason why it's 12 months, but it took me 12 months in order to draft this project together. I'm gonna keep it real with you. The first through 7-8 months, I don't have none of that. I don't have none of them tracks. That was just me practicing, you know what I'm saying, forming my craft, perfecting my craft, period. I didn't start getting my songs on all the tapes until like the 9th, 10th month of that 12-month process.
Right.
But I'm not going to rush no tracks. I'm not going to rush no tape.
Right. So what's the name of the project? And second question is, I seen, because I listened a little bit of it, I didn't get all the way through it. And I heard some of your older music, so I see the progression. So how long, you know, when did you come in this game as a rapper or artist? When did you say, I'm gonna take this serious?
I came in 2 years ago. I came in as an artist 2 years ago. Before this, I was not no music artist. I was in school. I was at Akron University. I was a mechanical engineer.
Okay.
My brother was an artist. He was an artist. I was the one behind the plan, doing the label, trying to get the business together.
Oh, so you businessman?
Yeah, I'm the businessman. But my brother got killed.
Oh,
and it tore me to pieces, man. I'm still rebuilding from that. And I said I was gonna be the artist because I knew the dream, and I'm doing everything that we talked about. Me and my brother talked about doing.
That was your only brother?
Yeah. That was my king. Yeah.
How old, from his older was he?
He was 20. He was 21. He just turned 21.
Oh wow, man.
He just turned 21.
Man, so what's his name? His
Carrington Jerome Day. Everybody call him CJ. Everybody call him Kid. That's my brother. Long live the Kid. And he had a great heart. He had a great heart. And it's just crazy how in today's society, you put in positions where you can't even, when they look at you, they don't look at you with a great heart. Yeah. They look at you just another person as a threat, another youngin from the hood,
Right.
But people that, if you know him, he looked out for his family. He wanted to protect his family. He was a family man.
How long was y'all? So you born and raised in PG, or because you got a little DC sound to you now?
Oh no! I ain't from DC. I was born in California. I was raised in PG. I moved here when I was a baby.
Right.
I lived out Greenbelt. Moved out in Greenbelt. Then I moved toward the Temple Hill side, and I met my brother. I met him 2008 Upper Marlboro Day. I remember the exact.
So you met your brother?
I met him.
So y'all, okay. So it's different father, different mother,
different father, different father.
Wow. Okay.
He was the first person when I moved out here that I connected with. I was always, to myself growing up, and that was my brother. That's like, it's crazy how when we first met, we were supposed to fight. And it was over a girl. But he ended up being my best friend, my brother. So it's crazy, you know.
So let me ask you, man, what do you okay? You tape out, you doing your thing with it. It's making its rounds, making its waves. So you know, what is your next vision going into the next 6 months of this? Like, what is your vision now?
Building my empire, building my team, learning knowledge, learning the industry. Like I tell my team all this, it's not me making music is only 10% of what I do. But this is my platform in order to get my voice out there, in order to enlighten other areas that I want to, you know, go on into. So it's the next 6 months we are focused on building out the DMV. I don't really promote in the DMV period. Right. And I promote outside the DMV because I need my supporters. Like I got support in California, Tennessee, Florida, Louisiana, you know, everywhere. So that I'm everywhere in each state. You know what I'm saying? Because I've seen artists in the DMV where they get all this fame, they get this clout, but they remain in the DMV
because they don't expand.
And as soon as they make that wrong move, all the support is gone. Now they back at square one. You know what I'm saying? But if they would have reached out and they would have went outside the DMV, they would have had a backup plan to reach out to.
So do you think that's a DMV issue? Because it's like if you was to live in Cali right now, you wouldn't have to go to the DC area to get, you know what I'm saying?
Keep it real, it's every single area. It's every single area where you have to expand. If you from California, get to Maryland. You from Maryland, get to California. You know what I'm saying? But I'm speaking on what I know from this area, it's a curse. Every artist that does not get out of the DMV, they get that DMV fame, they get on Bliss. They perform at Echo Stage every now and then. But other than that, you know, they got that one Miami show at a beat down club. But other than that, you don't see them performing in front of 60,000 people, in front of 100,000 people, in front of all these festivals. You know what I'm saying? They like that Bliss sound, but if you think about it, it's artists that just came out no more than a year ago that's getting paid $70,000, $80,000 to perform in front of crowds, real crowds. I'm not talking about 500. I'm sorry, I ain't talking about 1,000. But this artist, it's a curse, but it's nobody's teaching. It ain't no OGs. I go by OG Ahk. I'm only 21, but I feel like I'm an OG because I'm speaking game to these youngins. I'm a youngin myself, but I'm speaking game. Get out the DMV. You want to market, put money, learn to put where to put your money at. You know what I'm saying?
I like how this.
Because these artists out here, you think about, I'm gonna keep it real with you. These artists that's out here that has a name, they tax your features. They don't want to put you on the game. They don't want to look out for you. They greedy. They money hungry. I don't care about money. I don't care about features. I can give you a feature if I know that if I get on your song for 12 bars, that you gonna get my same fan base.
But that's the industry too, man. You know, it's the industry cutthroat.
I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna keep it real. In the industry, you'd be surprised how many artists hit up on the phone. You want to get on this track? Sure. It ain't no money involved. It ain't no. That's what they're making it seem.
No, it's not. But you know, in the industry, you still got it's all about energy. You know what I'm saying? They have the money, so it's not about the money with them. It's about energy and taking their newfound energy you got and applying it to them and keep them young and keep them moving. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If they'll, you know, you gotta beware. They'll take your style and flow easy,
just like that.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, let me hop on this song because he got the streets right now. He's hot. You need to absorb all his energy.
And that comes with the game. People gonna mess with you because you hot. That's fine. That's cool. Because you know what? You keep doing you. Like I'm the only person that I know that sounds like me. So anybody can hop on my song, but people gonna know who I am, regardless. You know what I'm saying? So you got to work and you got to get it in.
So all right, you said that, and you said music only 10%. I mean, so let's go back. You said what was your major?
Mechanical engineering.
So what is you? All right, so that's only 10%. Where's where that leaves the other 90 at? Like what's?
I'm a businessman. I'm a businessman. My team, I'm building an empire. So
what's the name of the empire?
MG the label. It's MG the label, but it's OG Empire. OG Empire. Everybody on my team is OG. Everybody is on the same accord, if not better than me.
Right.
And we invest in real estate.
Ooh,
instead
of 21, man. Listen, come on. All right, real rap though, man. I'm really like when I hear I'm shocked from a 21-year-old and an artist, but then you say only 10%, so I kind of understand. So, given, you know, give some more game to the youngin', the 14, 15-year-old that's looking at you like, wow, trying to get to where he at, and what can you tell them you know, how to get to your point and how to, you know, now moving forward, how to be a business and an artist at the same time.
I'm gonna keep it real. A lot of these youngins, they look at people that's in the streets. I'm gonna tell you from a person that from that been there and that got out. Get out the streets. That trapping that's not where it's at. Go to school, learn knowledge. I'm not the person to say, you know, don't go to college. Good, you know, if you don't have, I'm gonna tell you this, but if you don't have no solid major like becoming a lawyer, mechanical in the engineering field, or you know, scientist, you wasting your time. You're gonna spend more money going to school trying to get this degree, trying to learn this when you can learn your own business as a man and build your own. It's crazy. I'm not gonna really speak on what I want, but I made more money in doing what I do outside of college than when I was in school. You feel what I'm saying? And it's gonna. I learned. I didn't have all my OGs. They dead. My brother's dead. I grew up with a mother. I was raised by all women. You know, but at the same time, I learned from my mistakes. A lot of people take losses and they don't get up. You know what I'm saying? You need to learn how to take your losses and learn and know how to get back. It's okay to take a loss. Because if it wasn't for my losses, I would not be in this position that I am today.
I mean, you learn a lot more off of the failures than you do.
Right.
All right, so look, all right, we back. Just off camera real quick, we did have a question in the room, so before we get into it real quick, again, expanding more on your empire and your project, what is the
name of the project?
No, what's the name of the project? But there was a second question you had. You said, what is
the name of the project is Project Ahk.
Project Ahk.
Project Ahk.
Okay. And then how did you, matter of fact, that, you know, how did you get that name? I see, you know, we gave the greetings before we got into it. How did you get that name?
I'm Muslim.
Right.
I'm Muslim and...
Whose side? On whose side?
Yeah.
No, on whose side? Your mom or like...
My father.
Father? Okay. Ooh,
so, and I got that name, you started calling me Ahk. And it's a deeper story, I'm gonna tell you, it's a deeper meaning behind that. When I went by, because my name is Denzel, right?
Yeah.
When people call me Zell, I was that youngin' that was always in trouble. I was the youngin' that was inside and out of jail, always in the scene, always at the parties. And I actually hate when people call me Zell now, because that life period, that time period when people call me Zell, that was the worst time of my life. I lost, I hit my rock bottom. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I only like being called Ahk now because I'm grown, I'm a man. I'm doing everything right. I'm not making no left moves. I learned from my mistakes as Zell, and I'm doing everything right, building.
So tell them, you know, what Ahk stands for. What is
Ahk stands for brother.
Brother, yes sir. That's what's up, man. And so you on that path is reaching in and grabbing your brothers. So again, and the second part of the question was the empire. Expand more. That was your question. Expand more.
I really wanted to go into the project a little bit. Just wanted you to talk about the project, like what was behind it and what's like, you know, some of your hottest songs on it.
I'm not gonna
needs the most.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Every song, when I say I took time with this tape, every song has its own meaning. It's meaningful. I have 11 songs on the tape.
Okay, so all right.
That's a mixtape or EP?
This is a mixtape. Mixtape.
All right, so let's hop on Faith.
Oh man,
I like that one.
Faith, man. Faith is, when I first started, nobody supported me. My own mother didn't support me. Realized that nobody supported me. Nobody believed in what I was doing. My mother was telling me, you need to go to school. You need to do this. Don't, that music, you wasting your time. I'm the only person who believed in me. This one on Instagram, I only had every post two to 5 views. You know, I didn't have no shows, nothing, literally no support. But I believe in myself. I had faith in myself. Now all the people that said, oh, you just another rapper back then, now they text my phone, man, I love this project, man, you just crazy. You know, so that's saying, you know, ain't nobody had no faith in me. Now I got scores up, like an 850, my credit score, you know what I'm saying? And I say, Ahk City, this is my city. You know, I'm changing the city. I'm changing PG, I'm changing the music scene. I don't care about if I'm the one that's making the change, as long as I spark the change.
Yeah, right.
People look at me like, okay, his tape is different. He don't sound like everybody else. Now I want to be different now. I don't want to do that trap music no more. You feel what I'm saying? As long as I spark that change, I'm good. You know, it's, as an OG, even though I'm 21, it's not about taking all the credit. I don't care about being in the scene. I'm glad being behind the scene, but I know the part that I played in. You know, it's not all about, you know, being, you know, all that acknowledgement. Oh, he did this, he did that. As long as you know, what's the point, you know?
Right. And then it's big you say that, because again, for everybody, I always say this, man. Once you get that, I don't care what nobody thinks about me attitude out, you know what I'm saying? That ego, that pride, whatever you want to call it, you'll find so much success, man, moving forward. I don't care if it's your own mother, like you said. You know, you gotta do what's right for you, you know, so.
Okay, so you talked with us about the project.
Right.
And so what you did, as y'all talking about the 10% being music.
Yes, ma'am.
Which just kind of organically took place. So what's the 90%? What's the business drive? What is MG?
MG the label.
MG the label.
OG Empire. So basically, what I thought of and what filled in my heart was, it went back to my brother. He had so much talent, but he lived in the hood. He lived in the hood where it wasn't his hood. You know, but he had so much to give to the community. He loved people other than himself. He thought about people other than himself. So another thing that, you know, that we're working on is, you know, bringing funds in. We're throwing our own events. Everything. What I learned when somebody told me was, you have to pay to play. When you pay to play, you own everything. You don't have to pay somebody to get on. You know,
man, right here.
We're owning everything. We throwing our own. We're not paying. We bring out the whole venue. The whole film, we want that. So we bring in our people, we getting the back end and the front end, you know? So not only do we throwing shows, that I'm starting building on my board and mentoring program. So I'm focusing on kids, giving them the opportunity, you know, to learn the music side, not just music, but the business side, to come, you know, take them under my wing when I go to shows, when I go to interviews, when I go to these meetings, which people talking about. I would give everything to be in a room with Dame Dash. The reason why I say that, I don't care to make music. I just want to be in the same room to hear what they're talking about, their conversation, you know, because I want to learn. I want to do it on my own. Anybody can pay to get things done, you know what I'm saying? But instead of getting on 93.9, I want to have my own podcast. I want to have my own radio. So when people tune in, I get the strings, I get the money. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, it takes time. It takes time. It takes time.
Hey, man, this is a do for self through and through, man. Y'all see that, man?
It takes time. It takes time. But you got to realize, I only been doing this for 2 years. And all of this is coming from my last year. So really, it's coming from 1 year of knowledge. You know, I stayed down in the learning industry. You know, so another thing that we're focusing on is we're opening up studios. Even though I won't be there, I want the studio in our label name. Like I ride for my team. My team rides for me. So it's not just about
your team. Who?
My team. All right, I'm gonna start off with Big Rush. Big Rush. That's he started with me, and he definitely put me onto a lot of game, and he taught me faith. Put faith first. Without faith and you know, belief, it's nothing. And I really, you know, that's my big dog. Then I got my other brother Tay. Tay, I knew for years. That's my right hand man. Another person put me on the game. He's older than me. He knows a lot more than me, knowledge wise. And it's been a lot of situations where I reacted as if I was 21, and he would tell me, you know, you don't need to react. You're gonna come across a lot of things in life where you're going to want to react. A lot of people talking about you, a lot of people making comments. You know, if it's not hurting your pockets, if it's not, you know, hurting your family, you know, hurting your name, honestly, don't even give it no energy. And then I want to talk about Nana Bunnies. That's my female manager. That's the head lady in charge. Mm-hmm. And everything that she says, it goes. If she don't want it, it's not there. And the reason why I say it is because I praise women. I'm telling you, I love women, and I do not mean that in a sexual sense. Women are so powerful, and a lot of males fail to realize the power that they give off, the, you know, encouragement, the stability.
That's their purpose. They're here to help you.
It's crazy, and you know, I put her in the spotlight. I'm her first artist that she managed. Like, it's crazy because when I first asked her, do you want to manage me? She said, I don't know, I never did this before. So I had faith in her. I was like, why not? You know, why not? Because I knew a lot on my end, a lot about the industry and the business, and I just been teaching her, putting her on the game. Now she one of the sharpest people out here that knows the business, that knows marketing, that knows the industry. I can put her in a room with all big dogs, and I bet you she gonna come out with the best deal. I promise you. So it's.
And you're the only artist on the label?
Yeah, I'm the only artist.
Okay.
And
one more question, and then, so unfortunately, you did speak about your brother being killed, and I don't want you to necessarily go into specifics, but to come up in terms of mentally, how do you get through that? That's an all too common conversation in our community. What do you share?
I'm gonna keep it real. I have to keep it real. Mental wise and emotional wise, it tore me apart. It tore me apart. I'm still not all the way back from that mental hurt, that pain. Mm-hmm. And my advice to the younger generation, talk to somebody, and don't isolate yourself. Cause that's what I did. When my brother died, I did things and to cope with the laws and to get me through it. That wasn't the way. But mental health it's crazy that you brought that up, because I actually took a class. I'm a certified mental awareness mediator. So when I tell you, it's so many ways to cope with losses, with stress. And for me, on what I've been through, I'm gonna go ahead and go more on the personal side. So this last 2 years ago, before my brother died, I went through some changes and I lost the people. I fell out. I don't say lost. I fell out with the people who I was always around. And I called them bro. I called them sis. And situations happened and they switched up, and I lost them. I had to stay down, and I went away for a while, and then I came back, and then soon after that, my brother got killed. So I'm already hurt. And then at that time, I had a girlfriend. That was my everything. I was with her since middle school. And actually, she was gonna have my first child, but her things happened, and and I lost her. She's the reason why I got the motivation, the courage to even get behind the mic. Because I'm gonna tell you why. Because there's been times where I would be like, babe, what you think about this? Just playing around. I say, I might be a rapper. What you think about this? And she say, nah, that's not good enough. And little did she know, she was helping me build up my what's the term I'm looking for?
Confidence.
My confidence. She was helping building up my confidence. Where it was one time I said, what you think about this? And I spit her a rhyme. I spit her a rap and she said, I would not like that. And from there, I came back. I started going, freaking, what you think about this? What you think about that? So that was more of my acceptance that I needed. It wasn't from nobody else. It was from nobody else. My brother, that was the turning point where I'm gonna get this. I'm not gonna give up. No matter who believe me, who start with me, it's not about who start with you. And to the young generation, it's not a race. It's not a race. It's a marathon, because I promise you, everybody who doubted me when I first started, I got their supporters, I got their support, and I got a lot more than what I started with. But it all happened in time. Once you first started, you can't win $1 billion if you don't know how to handle $1,000. Everybody want this money. It's the prime example. Everybody want money. But if you can't manage money, if you can't manage $100, what make you think you're gonna get $1 million and flip that all of a sudden? If you can't even flip $100, So.
Hey man, listen, that was dope. Hey, we'll be back. RapAboutTV, man.
Yes, sir.
Bet. Cool. All right, so look, we back. You know, since we're on the business topic, man, Soulja Boy, he been all over social media lately. But it was interesting because he was on with Everyday Struggle, and the young female said, you know, why do you have so many business? He found himself arguing or debating why he's being an entrepreneur. So as a young businessman, artist yourself, how do you feel about that? Like you said you dealt with doubters. But how do you feel going forward, like telling, you know, I could be an artist, I could be an entrepreneur, I could have this, I could have that, I could be a mentor. What is your response to people saying why?
You would never see me going back and forth with somebody asking me why I have so many businesses. That's the only part about that I did not like. He was sitting there arguing why he's making money. That don't even make sense. From another African American asking me why am I making so much money? Why do I have so many sources of income? It's so crazy. Like, and you know the prime example? The government. The government shut down. Now let's say the only source of income you got was the government.
Which a lot of folks,
which a lot of people they think, you know, you go to college, you get this degree, you work in the government, you set. All right, now what happens in this? And they never thought about, well, dang. Now what if they shut down the government? Now what? What you gonna do? Because now it's been 27 days, and to my, it's about roughly 30 days in a month. So about a couple pay periods went by and you received nothing.
Right.
And if you don't have no money saved up, what you doing? You hurting, you know? So always have multiple sources of income, no matter what it is. No matter if you're a barber, you can start young. You don't have to really go to school to be a barber if you practice. Well, practice comes perfect. I'm telling you. Always have multiple sources of income and never go back and forth with somebody that's asking you why do you have so many sources of income. That's ignorant.
Right. So hey,
one thing I want to tell the generation: cryptocurrency, Bitcoin. Invest in that. Invest in cryptocurrency and Bitcoin. Y'all might not understand what I say that, but do it. Please do it, and if you don't know, learn on your own. Learn.
Take it a step further. I'll tell the youth, invest in gold and silver first. You want to do that first. It's because that's always a resource. Cryptocurrency, right?
The reason why I say I can't agree with that is because people are willing to get cryptocurrency and Bitcoin quicker than they are to get gold.
But listen, let me tell you the reason why. Because no one don't understand it. Listen, they back the dollar back up with gold and silver again. No one's talking about that. That's why they're about to crash the economy, because under the soil, Africa and all that, that's all the resources. 20 years from now, cryptocurrency disappear, gold still be on that soil. You know what I'm saying? Silver still be there. It's tangible. You know what I'm saying? Cryptocurrency, you know what I'm saying? That's the new shiny toy. I would go invest in it. Get it while you can. Because cryptocurrency only came about because when you was doing like the dark web, if you heard about the dark web and things like that, that was just a secret way to buy certain shit that, you know what I'm saying, you don't want nobody to know about.
This has to make it back to the
Don't with cryptocurrency.
And you know how long they give this to make it back? We gotta make it back there in 3 days or less. Gotta cycle through the system. If this dollar don't go, the value drop. That's how American money works.
That's how American money used to.
Yeah.
Here's the thing.
This gotta go back to the Federal Reserve.
You don't want it to go back to them.
But what's happening now? Listen. What's happening now? On the back of this, it says this is a note. But the world economy is moving now. That everybody is backing their currency with gold, which is the system that America used to be run on. Everything was backed by gold before they put the Federal Reserve in place. So now that's what he's talking about. In that sense, Trump is trying to come back to that. And he's doing that because all the other world currencies are coming back and they're being backed by gold. Zimbabwe, China, that's what Libya was doing before Muammar Gaddafi got killed. He was bringing the gold, the resources of the land, like you stated, the natural resources. And
they put it back in. They backed it back in 2000. I want to say
America did it.
No kid, it's been back. I researched it.
The come around. Did they bring it about now? That's what Trump is in.
They did that secretly. They did that secretly.
It is to bring back backing the currency with gold. Because right now it's paper.
Because Ronald Reagan.
In fact, we were speaking about Minister Farrakhan. Minister Farrakhan said at a point They gonna be burning
dollar
dollars
bills in the streets.
Well, just to keep warm. It's paper. It costs money to produce it. Sometimes more than the worth of the dollar at this point.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the background to that.
That's why we burn so much money every year.
Yeah.
We're trying to save the value.
Exactly.
Yeah, the value gone, man. So that's why I would tell, invest in the currencies and stuff. Make sure at least get you a silver coin or some piece of gold, a gram or something. At least, you know what I'm saying? Because that's going to carry you into your future, and your children into the future. So.
And take note. And that was like, if I could say anything to the youth, is in that right there, which has no value at the end of the day, and you're killing each other over that, and it doesn't even come for the earth. It's paper.
Yeah.
And you only attach the value to it. That's where the value comes from.
And that's the same thing. Someone on the other side online is telling you how much value, because you can trade the currency and price it how much you want. If somebody feel like it's worth, I'll give you this. You know, it has its place. It do have its place. So you know. So lastly, I think before we get out of here, Crystal Kaiser, the young lady. It's another. Remember, I was speaking about Cynthia Brown a few episodes back. So this young lady, she's facing life in prison because she killed a pedophile. Someone was raping her, pedophilia. So she killed them, and so now she's facing life. So again, she got granted. Kaiser, or I know the last young lady got granted clemency.
Oh, it's two of them?
Yeah, it's another one. It's another one. Yeah, Crystal Kaiser. Y'all look her up, man. She's So
it didn't happen in the midst of it, though, right?
You say what?
In the midst of the crime, did it?
What you mean?
Like while he was trying to commit it, did she?
It was at his house. She killed him at his house.
She shouldn't go to jail. She should be defended.
I'm gonna put it like this. If you don't stand for something, you're gonna fall for anything. I do 75 years in prison if I got to, but don't let nobody take advantage of me. Don't matter who you are.
Touch my daughter, she was supposed to get you.
Look at Rosa Parks. Look at Rosa Parks. You feel what I'm saying? And that's a whole nother situation. You stand for something you believe in.
Right.
You gonna do the time. That's fine. Time is time. It's not about you at the moment. It's not if you make the change. As long as you spark the discussion, that's what Rosa did. She sparked the discussion. Her going to jail because she ain't give up her seat. Now look at it.
Yeah.
All because she sparked the discussion, she sparked the change. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Joe Biden passed the law. You put your hands on the women no more. We ain't standing around watching you do it. We get to step in.
He got his nerve. You know, he a pedophile.
That's how it should.
Keep it real.
I hope it go for a
Another
long
thing, you know
time.
what it
And
is?
it take
You know what
all
another
this
thing
money.
it does? It paints, when you think of pedophile now, you're gonna think of a black face now. You ain't gonna think of white folks, you're gonna think of a black man. When they say pedophilia, you're gonna think of black man. You talk about crime, you're gonna think black. You're not gonna think white, you're gonna think black. Because now, so apparently at Sundance Film Festival, they're gonna have a movie on Michael Jackson and pedophilia. So it's creating an atmosphere to where when you talk about this, you're gonna think of a black man.
And
Mike Jackson texted the little boys.
people are
Kelly
lost.
was wrong for texting
People
the
are
girls.
lost.
Mike Jackson used to give them checks. I'm not gonna pay nobody a check. I don't care. I'm not gonna give you no check if I ain't texting.
And Mike ain't here to defend himself.
I'm
His mother and them agreed to that.
To females, I'm gonna get this message to
He was
females.
messing with them little boys. Macaulay Culkin come and spend the night over. I ain't never asked no little boy to sleep in the bed with me. I don't care. I don't need your mother's permission. You're not spending the night at my house.
Listen,
Don't act nothing common like that.
to all females, protect yourself. Protect yourself. Know your worth.
Text my daughter, I'll care if you want, I'm coming
Don't
to your
let
house.
nobody tell you what you can do, what you can't do. Women, you know your worth. Pick your head up, raise your crown.
It comes from a lack of fathers.
It's
Yeah.
Keep doing that.
a lack of fathers.
Yeah, definitely. It is.
We need to
Where the fathers at?
right.
Where the OGs
You know,
at?
I'm not even gonna agree with you because I ain't had no father. I had all women, and I took my as I learned. It's about what you choose to look at, what you choose to believe in.
That's for the strong-minded, but the natural order of things and the effect that it has and the balance that God gave, it has an effect on our people. It has, and you know that. I mean, well, from your mentoring, like there is a psychological effect that is coming out and spilling out into our community because most of the average child doesn't have the balance. You understand what I'm saying? And
You're right.
Last example, Kevin's mother raised me. I was too hard-headed. My mother took me to his mother, made her sister raise me. You understand? Certain things I don't do in life, I won't accept. You can't touch my daughters, I don't go for that. You understand? My daughter got the right to be, I got a 14-year-old daughter, 2 years old, little good girl. Straight A student in school, man, let a dude jump out there and touch her the wrong way.
And you know,
I ain't pressing no charge. I'm not going to court. If you do go to court, I'm gonna give you a lawyer. You coming off, cause that's the rights. I owe that to her as a father. Men need to step up and start taking charge. Yeah. These women need guidance and protection. And if they can't get it from the strongest man they only know from the gate, then who they gonna get it from? Right. I'm not banking on you to protect my daughter. I'm not banking on her boyfriend to protect her. I'm banking on her dad.
Yeah, true story.
What a lot of people in my generation don't understand is my generation died when my parents' generation was born. People don't realize that. But I'm gonna say that one more time. My generation died when my parents' their parents died when they was born because they was raised to move this way. That's just like racism. You're brought up you're not brought up. You're not born racist. You're brought up to hate an object. If my mother tells me you hate this color, you hate the color green, I'm gonna grow up hating that color green. And what my parents, what they haven't been taught, they can't teach me what they haven't been taught. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people don't realize that's not what your parents, it's your parents' parents that failed with them. You know? I just want to put that out there.
A lot of them older school mothers were solid, good women, vegetable-bearing women, good women, raising them up on healthy women. But I didn't have a dad. So he didn't teach me to honor women. Right. I know him from running over women and cheating and everything. Right. You know what I'm saying? I made my choice watching my mother work 3 jobs to make sure me and my brothers had it good. You know what I'm saying? That disciplined me, you know? That's my goal.
Yeah. So time, like I said, time changed, man. Times is changing with time for men to step up and it's coming, man. That time is happening, man.
I see.
We got a fearless generation coming up now, man.
No, don't get it wrong. Don't get it wrong. When you see me, trust me, 85-90% of everybody else my age, they not what I'm on, bro.
No, they're not. But like I said, a lot of when I use the word fearless, I mean that word fearless is fearless, but no guidance. So if you put that together, that's dangerous. Right there, cause y'all generation, man, y'all not really scared. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't care, and but that's the first. Like I told you in the beginning, man, that's one of the ingredients you need to succeed. Is not care about what no one thinks, because if you do, you're gonna be held to their opinions and their perceptions of you and what you should be. Right. You know what I'm saying? So if you was to listen to the person, your mom say, "No, do it this way," you wouldn't be where you are today. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like you got to be positively guided. Like you said, you had to go through your trials so God can kind of put you on that path.
Right.
But for each one, teach one. And I just feel like in our community, especially amongst our men, that, like you just said, hopefully we can now get woke enough to start finding the voice to kind of start guiding the direction of our community again. For so long, our brothers have been quiet and white men have ruled. And it's now, like you see some movement, and it's just like brothers like you, young brothers like you tell the next one, and you give knowledge to the next one. And everybody's not gonna take it, but it's just gotta be a rising. black men gotta kind of find their voice.
And to add on that, while black women, we do our part, women, no nation is rise higher than this woman. So y'all have to help us and put a standard, you know what I'm saying? Like these, you know, twerking and showing your ass all day, that's not creating a standard, you know, for us men to achieve to. It's because it's so easy for us to get that. So help us and create a high standard so we can become better black men.
Hold on, time.
I mean, I just wanted to add that little 2 cents.
I just want to
But
say.
it ain't their fault.
No, but it's not, time out. It's not their fault. No, that's why I said men do their part. Why men doing their part. You know what I'm saying? Again, we still can't rise higher than, you know what I'm saying, the woman. You know what I'm saying? Because they're still the foundation. The men, we're here to protect them, of course. But there's still, again, no nation is built off of women for real.
I'm gonna say this, boys. Females can twerk, they can do whatever they want. But as a male, you cannot go depending saying, okay, I act this way because you didn't do this. You can't do that. Women gonna do it. You know, they can do what they want.
Listen, but it's balance. I think that needs to be.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes, sir.
Before you met that woman that had a standard like that, right? All your life you had a so-called standard, right? To a degree, right?
I had my mother.
Okay, right.
No father.
All right. And but when you met that woman, she was the first woman that showed you a standard for a woman.
My mother was the first. She was the second.
She was the first one.
Yeah.
But you went in your own way and needed your own standard.
Yeah.
But it took another woman outside of your mama, because things with her you could do that you couldn't do with your mama.
Yeah.
So she showed you your standard for the woman.
Yeah.
You understand? Okay. Now what if you'd had a dad showing you that standard before you got there?
I mean, because the fact that he wasn't there, I learned from that.
From a woman.
No, I'm talking about from the father. He wasn't in my life, but I still took something away from that to see what I didn't want to become. So that gave me a standard to look at to say, okay, he's at this level. I don't want that for my life. You know what I'm saying? Now, granted, if he was here, who knows where I'd have been. I'd probably have been further ahead, further along. Granted, yeah. But because I was grateful for my mom to have such a high standard. My mom didn't allow smoking in the house. I didn't see liquor bottles in the house. I seen books. So because I seen that standard, I'm reading more. You know what I'm saying? And that put me to a certain level had I not seen that, you know what I'm saying? Because she raised that for me. Now, I get it. We do need fathers. That's why I say it's a perfect balance.
We have to make the choice to be
Perfect
the father.
balance. It's a
In
perfect
our
balance.
age, in this young man's life,
Yeah.
all that in your life, I'm getting ready to be 50 Monday. So I had to make the choice to be what type of man I'm going to be.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Happy birthday anniversary.
Thank you.
So, hey, man. Hey, man. It's been a great morning, great conversation, man. Appreciate you having me. You got freestyle for us today?
Man.
Right here on the purchase, something off the tape or something?
Put it like this. I'm gonna stay in my gang, swerving the lane. You cannot compare nigga with Wayne. Same. I want the wolf, nigga. You want the fame, but the working for this made away from my name. She see the diamonds glistening on my road. He pulled out the set, now she calling me Tony. Fed to the shoe, but ain't got nothing on me. Believe it at that. Go get that Project Ahk. You hear me? Believe it at that. Go get that Project Ahk.
All right, man. We out, man. Another episode, man.
Ain't no bluffing, is it you or it's me? I got 500 rings, so I put on my team. Big boot, big bag, all this shit that I see. Let a op nigga fake, that's a body on me. Fuck a deuce, I'm pouring four, put it all in my tea. Well, is it you or me? What's it gon' be? I got 3 sharpshooters in the back waiting on me. If you need it, then I gotta put the order and I'm shipping. If they on that janky shit, then best believe my finger itching. Is it you or me? Well.
As much amongst the people, racism